Is jumping every single day the secret to jumping higher? Well, today we're about to find out. This is episode 3 of a new series called Takeaway Tuesdays, where I decipher jump training from my coaches and then summarize it the best I can. My coaches are Isaiah Rivera and John Evans. Isaiah has a 50.5-inch vertical, and John is an Olympic level coach. For this topic about jumping every day, I actually have a lot of experience with, so I'm going to be able to give a little more of my own input than I normally do. So, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
And jump, not every day, but like jump a lot.
Hopefully you guys can hear this. They're actually talking about me right now, which is kind of cool.
Like that's what Nate did. I think Hoopin Nate's long-term ceiling is really, really high, super high, because he's a multi-sport athlete. He played outside a ton as a kid. He jumped a lot as a kid. He already has like a 31 or 32-inch vertical, and he's not even like he's like.
I think he's gonna be like the next evolution of Dom.
I hope so.
Like, he'll be like Dom, but with a lifting background.
That was like 8 months ago. I had a 32-inch vertical. I think I got a little higher. But now I have a 41, which is pretty crazy. They're kind of predicting it, if that makes sense. Isaiah earlier said he predicted that I would get my first dunk 2 weeks after basketball season. And it was 3 weeks after basketball season. So it's kind of funny to watch back. I have listened to this before, so I kind of knew that was coming. Just finished up. The video was 30 minutes long, and I wrote 2.5 pages of notes. Let's summarize it. All this information is based on how far you are in your growth. So starting with pre-puberty, jump every day until your knees hurt. Isaiah said this, and I 100% agree with it. Every pro dunker has had a period of time where they jumped every day. It's just super good for LTAD, long-term athletic development. Although you want to build into it slowly. You don't want to just jump into 2-hour sessions every day because you'll hurt your knees a lot quicker. You want to build into it, maybe start with like 30 minutes 3 times a week, and then go into 30 minutes every day, and then just keep increasing the time increments. The faster you go straight into it, the faster your knees will get hurt. So just be careful with that. Or you also want to start lifting at a young age, but with super light weights just to learn form, okay? This just builds such a great foundation, and it helps you in the long run, and there's tons of evidence for that, according to John. I haven't seen the evidence, but according to John, there's a lot of evidence. And just in general, the more sports you play and the more jumps you take when you're younger, the higher your potential is. It creates adaptation and just perfects your technique without you even realizing it. So if you're young, jump and jump and jump. Trust me, it's worth it. While jumping every day, it's inevitable that you will reach a plateau, and that's okay. That's when you start weight training and make the real gains. Everyone's different. Like, I reached my plateau from jumping every day at like 30 or 31-inch vertical, and like Jordan Coganin didn't reach it until he's like 19 and had a 42-inch vertical. So just know your body, know your limits. Also, just in general, the lighter you are, the more you want to think about jumping every day, and the heavier you are, the more you want to stay away from it. It's just the heavier you are, the more taxing it is on your body, and the faster you'll get hurt. Moving into mid-puberty, this is where you're going to see a ton of gains. You're basically on steroids. It's inevitable to make gains, and you want to have a good mix of both jumping and lifting. Hopefully, you perfected your lifting technique when you were younger, like I said, and then you can start actually strength training. This is where you're going to see a ton of gains. You're going to get super strong. You'll probably gain some weight, but that's okay. Your forces will get higher. Vertical skyrockets. Not much else to say about mid-puberty because you can literally do anything and you'll see gains. So, moving on to post-puberty, do not jump every day. They do not recommend it at all because you will get hurt if you try. You should jump 2 times a week max, probably 1 time a week for most people. You just have to be patient in post-puberty. Patient to make gains. You want to train hard, get as much volume and intensity as you can while maintaining health. The higher outputs you have, the higher chance you have of getting hurt. So just be cautious, maintain health, and you'll make a lot of gains slowly. So in summary of my summary, when you're young, build a good foundation, jump every day, play a lot of sports, learn lift technique. Mid-puberty, lift and jump, you'll make a ton of gains. Post-puberty, maintain health and be patient for your gains. Also, there's going to be genetic freaks that are borderline indestructible, so don't compare yourself to them. They have a little different path. A lot of times they don't even need to train to make gains. So just take that with what you will. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. Again, I get all my information from John and Isaiah, so their channels will be linked in the description. They also have a jump program called THB Strength. That's what I'm on. So if you want to jump higher, go check them out. Have a great day.